All right, welcome everybody. Very exciting tonight. We've got 3 new people launching their businesses online tonight. So we've got Shaneen, Jane and Rebecca. So welcome. Thank you everyone for jumping on to support these 3 beautiful girls in the new venture that they're taking part in. It's very exciting and I think they can't wait to share with you what it's all about. So thank you again for jumping on. I'm going to hand it over to Christine and she's going to take it from here.
Awesome. Thanks, Katie. And yeah, thank you so much for jumping on and supporting your friends tonight. And if you're watching this recording back, thank you as well. These guys have reached out to you because they care enough about you to share these incredible products with you and also this opportunity. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the products and then Katie is going to talk a little bit about the mission behind the products. But first, what is Juice Plus and why do we need it in our bodies every day? Well, for me, 5.5 years ago, I started on the products when I was a brand new mum, and I was one of those mums that needed a nana nap every day. I was so exhausted, I had the brain fog, and I just couldn't see past the day that I was in. And someone just reached out to me and said, Christine, why don't you check this stuff out? You can still breastfeed with it and it's completely natural. So I tried it and within 2 weeks, my energy was through the roof. I no longer needed a nana nap and I've been thriving ever since. And I've started to notice other things like, better endurance, quicker recoveries, clearer skin, healthier hair, longer, stronger nails, a change in palate where I used to be such a sweet tooth. I used to eat a lot of dessert type foods. Now I totally eat lots of healthy, raw, fresh fruits and veggies all the time. And my kids as well. I've got a 5.5-year-old and a 1-year-old. They've both been on Juice Plus since they were about 4 months old. And they just very rarely ever get sick. They've never needed medication. They eat what we eat. I'm not one of those mums that wants to fuss around in the kitchen cooking 3 different meals for all the different taste buds in the household. Their little bodies are getting what they need to develop properly, and I love that I get to do that on a daily basis. So what is Juice Plus? It's basically 30 vine-ripened fruits, veg and berries, and you can see the containers there. What we do is we pick the fruits and veggies when they're ripe in that last 2 weeks of ripening. We take the sugar and the water out and it becomes a powder. We process that at really low temperatures and we encapsulate it. So to give you an example, I don't know if any of you guys out there have done like the Vital Greens or any of those green funky powders like your spirulinas and things like that. That's what Juice Plus is, except we've encapsulated it so it's unoxidated. The enzymes are still live in Juice Plus, so it's like eating the real thing. If you open the capsules and whack them in some porridge, you come back an hour or 2 later and it would have broken down that porridge. That's the enzymes. That's what it does in your digestive system. Okay, so they're incredibly powerful. They're incredibly nutritious. They are the most researched nutritional product in the world, and they're also the highest rated nutritional product. And if you know you're not getting enough fruits and veggies, if you know you're not getting, between 9 to 13 serves of fruits and veggies on a daily basis, then this can help bridge that gap, okay? It definitely doesn't replace, but it helps bridge the gap between what we are doing and what we should be doing. Now, some of you are probably thinking, Christine, why don't we just eat the fruits and veggies from the supermarket? And that's a great question. We've actually just learned that less than 10% of Australian adults are actually getting the bare minimum of 2 fruits and 5 veggies in their system every day. So even though we have that great variety available to us, people just aren't eating it. So why not go for something of convenience that doesn't have the herbicides, it doesn't have the pesticides, it's encapsulated so you can't taste it. So who's some people out there that are a bit fussy that don't eat broccoli or spinach or kale, things like that? There's probably a few of us out there. So why not encapsulate it so that you can get all the goodness of the greens and the reds and the purples into your system every day without having to actually taste it. And the best part is to get those 30 fruits and veggies into your system, it is only the cost of a cup of coffee, so about $4 a day. And you can get the kids on it for free, okay? So it's like a 2-for-1 deal for $4 a day, guys. I really encourage you to really keep an open mind tonight, because I don't know where else you're going to find that kind of value. You know, to go into your supermarket and try and buy 30 fruits and veggies, I know that you'd be paying a lot more than $4 a day for that. To go to a Boost juice bar or a juice bar and ask for 30 fruits and veggies in your juice, I know you'd be paying a lot more than $4 for that. So the value is there for the quality that you're getting, okay? Now, the kids' product is amazing. What they've done is they've turned it into a chewable form for our kids. So basically this has what the capsules have in them, and then we add tapioca for the chewiness. Kids think it's a little gummy, a little lolly, but it's actually 17 different fruits and veggies. And I mentioned some of the veggies before: kale, spinach, broccoli, cabbage, parsley, things that kids just aren't getting into their system on a daily basis. Now, your kids don't get this for free for a month or two. They actually get it for free for 4 years, okay? And we have 1 million kids around the world that get Juice Plus for free every single day. And it's unbelievable what we're seeing in these kids. It's the largest observational study in the world. And what we're seeing is their immune systems are boosted, which means they're less sick. They're having less sick days from school. How annoying is it when you've got to try and get to work and pick these sick kids up and that kind of thing? So less sickness is massive. They're drinking more water, they're making healthier choices, and they're eating more fruits and veggies. Now, who wouldn't want that for their kids, to get more plants into their growing, developing bodies every day? This is an incredible, affordable, free way to do it, okay? The other thing we've got are these whole food powders. Again, all plant-based, guys, lactose-free, gluten-free. They come in French vanilla and Dutch chocolate. You've got some beautiful plant-based things in there like chickpeas and, you know, spirulina, and there's some beautiful, beautiful minerals in there. One in particular called niacin, which is a natural antidepressant. It's a natural mood booster, which is fantastic for those of us that want to feel happier all the time. And then the last thing we've got are these omegas. Now, I don't know if you guys have done omegas before, but we have a lack of good fats in our bodies. And most of us are walking around with really acidic, inflamed bodies, okay? Now, if you're not getting enough avocados and nuts and things like that in, then you need to look at getting some sort of omega in to help level out your levels, okay? Now, these omegas are all plant-based. Fish don't actually have omegas in them. I don't know if you know that. It's only through the plants that they eat. So by getting this type of omega in, you're getting it straight from the plant source, which is amazing. This is great for joints. This is great for brain function. It's amazing for hair, skin, and nails. And again, it helps with just completing like the systems that you need to cover when you want to have that optimum health, you know, your nervous system and your digestive system and stuff like that. And how many of us out there right now know people that are suffering with conditions like that? Cancers, diabetes, skin conditions, fertility issues, digestive issues. There's so many diseases and illnesses. Even depression and anxiety is on the rise. And it's because we're living in a time where we're overfed, but we're undernourished. So Juice Plus helps take care of a lot of that for you. You don't really need to take anything else when you get onto that, because you're getting that micro and macro nutrition plus the good fats just from these plant-based products. Now, I'm super excited. I'm going to hand it over to Kylie, and Kylie's going to share her story and why she loves the product so much and what it's done for her family. So when you're ready, honey.
Thanks, Christine, and welcome everybody. My name's Kylie. Juice Plus came into our lives just over a year ago at a time where our 4-year-old was suffering. He stopped eating most foods around the age of 18 months old. So for him, there was no fruit, there was no vegetables, there was no meat, there was no variety. It was Vegemite sandwiches, yogurt, and some plain biscuits, pretty much. He just would not try anything. He just completely shut down. If we didn't feed him that, then he would literally starve himself. And I'm talking not for a few hours, a few days. Like it wasn't a case of just wait till he's hungry and he'll give in. He just didn't give in at all. We ended up going to see a ear, nose and throat specialist who said that he had permanently inflamed tonsils, and that there was actually no way for him to get his food down. So immediately we actually paid private and went and got his tonsils and adenoids removed, which did help in the beginning for him to eat the foods that he was familiar with, but he still wouldn't eat anything new. Fast forward a couple of years and we found out that he actually had a food sensitivity disorder. So for him, eating normal food isn't like it is for you and I. So putting a strawberry in his mouth is just not something that he can do. His brain tells him that basically food is the enemy. Once he gets it into his mouth, he needs to eliminate it. So we forced him and forced him and forced him so many times to try and get this food in, and he would literally just gag and throw up, and it was horrible. And as a mum, that was really, really scary. We got him onto some Vita gummies, basically from the chemist, from the supermarket, because we thought that that was better than nothing. So we gave him those for probably a year to 18 months. Then I saw a post on Facebook about the free kids chewies that contain 17 fruits and veggies, and it made me really look at the Vita gummies that I was giving him and realising that they had about 3 things in them. The first ingredient was sugar. I think the 4th and 5th ingredient was sugar, and they were coated in sugar. So really, we weren't giving him anything good, despite thinking that we were. So we reached out and decided to give the products a go, mainly for his benefit. We got on them as well for the free kids products, but yeah, for him, we decided to give him the capsules. They're a little bit more potent than the gummies, so they contain the live enzymes. So we started opening those up and putting them in his Vegemite sandwich, because with Vegemite, it kills the taste of everything anyway, so he didn't know. So after a couple of weeks, daycare started commenting, what have you done to Finn? He's completely different. He's so alert. He's started focusing on what he's doing. His concentration's through the roof. What are you doing? And we just said, well, we're just basically getting some good nutrition into him. We started to notice that his face started changing. So he always looked very dull. His eyes were very sunken in. They weren't shiny and glassy. He just didn't look healthy. To me, he looked really anemic. So by about the 6-week mark, his face started to change. He had colour in his face for the first time ever. He had tan lines on his skin, like he wasn't so pale anymore. His eyes were clear and glassy, and he just started to look like a healthy 5-year-old should. Fast forward a year, and he loves our chocolate complete powders. He has one every morning. To begin with, I was hiding a half to a whole avocado in them just to make them extra thick and creamy. He had no idea until the day I told him, and then he almost fell over. He was just so amazed that I was hiding that in there, and you know, everyone knows that avocado is so good for you. So it's changed his palate a lot. He's now accepting fruit and vegetable juices that we make at home. So again, we're putting in those extra nutrients. He's starting his day with the chocolate whole food powder. He has his capsules, and now he has his gummies. So if he doesn't eat anything else during the day, I know that he's off to school, starting the best way possible, and probably better than most adults do. And he's absolutely thriving at school. He's the only one in his class that hasn't had a day off sick this year, which when you're in prep, you generally get a lot of bugs going around. And yeah, I can safely say that he hasn't had a day off sick this year. So it's been amazing.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing, Kylie. And I love hearing the stories about our kids and that next generation and how we're improving their health. I'm going to hand it over to Katerina now. Katerina's going to share her story with us. So when you're ready, honey, take it away.
Great. Thanks, Christine. Hi, everyone. Thanks for jumping on. Okay, cool. So I've been taking these now for my family and myself, for the past 5 months. And prior to that, I was that mum who would wake up every morning, get your proper 8 to 9 hours sleep, wake up every morning and still feel like I'm completely exhausted, like I hadn't had any sleep at all. Obviously, I've still got to do your whole day routine and do what you got to do. And I've got 5 children, so there's always something that I have to do, somewhere I've got to be at, and it was like a real struggle for me, continuously, having to. I was always having my nana naps every single day, and I was actually like one of those mums that would look forward to having my nana nap because I was so exhausted. Anyway, within the first week of taking these, I was on the premium, so I was taking all 3 of the capsules. Within the first week, I can seriously say that I had my energy levels shot through the roof. Like, I was waking up completely full of energy, and I'm thinking, what is going on? Like, I'm loving the way I'm feeling. I'm getting through so much more in the day. I wasn't moody at anybody because I was like happy, and I put it down to the products I've been taking. Obviously, I'm like, well, it makes sense when my body is getting all these proper nutrients. I'm feeling on top of the world, and my energy levels was just through the roof. And I'll share my husband's story as well. So he works in like an office job, and he says he used to get a 3 p.m. sort of dip, and he rang me up that first week and was like, oh, babe, guess what? I'm not dipping at 3 p.m. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's the Juice Plus. He's like, yes, it totally is. So we were pretty excited about that. And, my oldest girl's also in high school, and her mind clarity just was concentrating so much more in class. And she was actually starting to really enjoy subjects that she never really enjoyed at the beginning of the year. So that was a real winner for me. Another one for me as well is definitely, being able to think properly and knowing what I'm doing during the day, because I also have been that mother that took my children to the wrong places at times just because I wasn't with it. But that hasn't happened since, and I'm putting it down to seriously these products. So yes, thanks for listening, and I'll hand it back over to Christine.
Awesome. Thanks, honey. I'm actually going to hand it over to Katie now, and she's going to share the mission behind these products. And before we do that, I just want you to know that, if you put your business hat on for a minute, Juice Plus is something that we all need. It's for babies right through to the elderly. It's for both sexes. It's for pregnant women, breastfeeding women. There's no other product out there, guys, that comes close to what Juice Plus does in your body. This is not a quick fix. This is something that people can take for the rest of their life to help alkalize their body. Disease can't thrive in an alkaline environment. So if we're walking around with all these inflamed, toxic bodies, then we need to do something about it. And there's so many lifestyle factors that are causing a lot of this disease and illness. So we need to do something to reverse that. And, it's very rare that you come across a product that is for everybody. The only other thing I can think of is something like toilet paper and toothpaste and that kind of thing where, we all need it. So I see Juice Plus as the same thing. People need this. And you need to think about the people in your life right now. Who are the people in your life that are struggling with their health? It could be yourself. It could be your kids. It could be your parents, your siblings, aunties, uncles, friends. We all know people who are suffering with their health right now. What if you could help just one of those people's lives? What if you could roll out of bed every day and change one person's life? That's exactly what we get to do. And we're linking arms with like-minded people every single day. People who want to make a bigger difference in the world, people who want to, impact the lives of other people. So I'm going to hand it over to Katie, and she's going to teach you a little bit about how the business side works.
Awesome. Thanks, Christine. Very excited to jump on here and do this tonight. So I get to speak to you, as Christine said, about the business and mission behind our products, Juice Plus. This is a business that obviously Shaneen, Jane and Rebecca have all said yes to, which is really exciting. It is a really incredible opportunity that actually allows you to work from anywhere in the world. So it helps to create financial and lifestyle freedom. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about the retail industry out there. Like, look at everything. Can you change it to speak a bit? I don't think I can. Anyway, so the retail industry out there, everything's becoming automated. You know, you look at big names like Coles and Kmart and Big W everywhere. You go in and everything's become automated. You have to put through your own shopping. And also think about online shopping. Like, how many people can now just resort to actually doing their shopping online? So all of those job losses that are actually happening at the moment, it's really time to start thinking of a plan B. So I just want to talk to you about traditional business, and I don't know if you can see that, but that's usually how it looks like. Stand back. So at the top of every company, every traditional company, is a CEO. And when we're in it, we usually come in, you know, and we're a little checkout chick or something down the bottom here. Now, what's the chances of us actually getting to the top and making it to the top to be the CEO? It's not a very good chance of us actually fighting our way through all these levels of managers and state managers and everything to actually get up to the top. Now, what I love about our company and our business structure is it's unlimited to be able to reach the top. So we all come in as a virtual franchisee at the same level, and there's no fighting each other or anything. Everyone is very friendly and pulling each other up, and there is unlimited room up the top to become the top position of National Marketing Director. So, and I'm going to, sorry, we get paid in 3 ways. We get paid a retail profit, a commission, and in bonuses. And I just wanted to show you what our bonuses look like. So one of our first positions is called SDVF. And when you get there, you actually get paid a $400 bonus. And what I love is the person who brought you into the business also gets paid a $400 bonus. Our next level is called SC. And when you get there, you get paid a $600 bonus. And the person who brought you into the business also gets paid a $600 bonus. Our next level is called SSC. When you get there, you get paid a $1,200 bonus. And the person who brought you into the business also gets paid a $1,200 bonus. So it's kind of like a teaching bonus. Our next level is called QNMD. When you get there, you get paid a $1,500 bonus. And the person who brought you into the business also gets paid a $1,500 bonus. And our pinnacle position, our top position, like I spoke about before, is NMD. And when you get there, you get paid a $300 bonus all to yourself. So I love that. I love that we get paid in 3 ways. I love that we get paid bonuses, because I don't think that happens very often lately in traditional jobs. And the bonuses are unlimited. So look, guys, it's $165 to join the business. It's a very low risk. Like, it's $165 for a proven franchise system that works. When you go out there and buy any other proven franchise system, you're looking at least $165,000. And I've heard that it may take years, up to 5 years, to actually see any profit start to be made from these businesses. Now, in this business, you can actually be set up in a positive cash flow position from day one. So I absolutely love that. I just wanted to share that little bit with you there about our business and how it works. So I've got no idea where you're at in life or what's going on, but if any of this has resonated with you, please speak to the person who invited you onto this call, and please get your questions answered, because we'd love to help you. So I'm going to hand to Christine now.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Katie. And I just want to wrap it up by saying thank you so much for giving us your time tonight. As Katie said, if any of this is making sense, if, you know, the last 5 years have not been the best, and a little bit of extra income could be handy, especially this time of year with Christmas coming up, then give us a holler. Like, come and get your questions answered, because we're always looking for good people. We're looking for good people to help us with our mission inspiring healthy living around the world. And as I said before, you know, the world needs a hug right now. We're in a really bad way. The two biggest problems is health and wealth, and it's not getting better, guys. And if this recession hits us within the next 2 years, then what's your backup plan? You know, as Katie said, the retail jobs, even students are not getting jobs in the field that they're studying. People are already getting their hours cut back. And people out there, what we're seeing, they've just got a lack of a plan B. So imagine if you could be working on this business in stolen moments around your kids, around your work, around your husbands, around your wives, and create some extra income to take some of that financial burden off. You know what? The best part is, the bigger our check, the more people that we've helped. So you get to make a real difference in something that matters in the world, and your check starts to increase by the amount of lives that you change. And I don't know any other world, you know, job that you can have an impact like that. So thank you so much for joining us, girls. Thank you and welcome to our team. It's a super exciting journey. It's going to be very, very rewarding, and I cannot wait to create some magic with you girls. So thank you once again. And yeah, if you want to come back, we're here every Tuesday night. If you want to bring some friends to come and hear this information as well.